Welcome to the Daily Market Recap. Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2026. The major indexes finished mixed after a cautious session, with the Dow holding up better while growth stocks cooled off. Investors balanced easing inflation concerns and falling oil prices against profit-taking in technology names. Overall, the tone stayed constructive, but traders preferred selective buying instead of chasing momentum. Financials, industrials, and consumer staples led the market, while technology and semiconductors lagged as traders rotated into more defensive and value-oriented groups. The broader market remained resilient, even with weakness in mega-cap tech. CNN's Fear and Greed Index sits at 37, firmly in the fear zone. Investors are still cautious, but sentiment has improved from extreme fear levels seen earlier this year. In other words, Wall Street is nervous, but not panicking. Big tech and semiconductor stocks pulled back as investors locked in profits after a powerful rally. The cooling momentum weighed on the Nasdaq, though analysts continue to expect strong long-term earnings growth. Lower energy prices helped calm inflation worries and boosted hopes that the Federal Reserve can remain patient. That gave support to industrial and consumer-focused stocks. Markets are increasingly focused on upcoming economic data and Fed commentary. Traders are searching for clues on future rate decisions, making every inflation and labor report especially important. Time for today's leaderboard. These stocks grabbed the spotlight with some of the biggest moves across the market. Time for today's winner's circle. Momentum traders had plenty to cheer as several stocks posted explosive gains and attracted heavy trading volume. On the downside, profit-taking and sector rotation pressured several former market leaders. Volatility remained elevated as traders quickly adjusted positions. SPY remains in a strong long-term uptrend. Immediate support sits near 740, with stronger support around 725. Resistance is located near 755, and a breakout above that zone could open the door for fresh highs. QQQ is consolidating after a huge advance. Key support comes in around 595, followed by 580. Resistance stands near 610 and then 620, which remains an important breakout level for tech bulls. Small caps continue to show relative strength. Support is near 260, while resistance sits around 270. A decisive move above resistance could signal broader participation across the market. Bitcoin traded steadily with bullish momentum intact. The key support zone is around 10,420,000, while resistance sits near 11,000. Traders continue watching for another attempt at fresh highs. Ethereum outperformed many large cryptocurrencies and remains supported above 2,500. The next major resistance zone sits near 2,800, where buyers and sellers are expected to battle. Altcoins traded mixed, with selective strength in AI and infrastructure projects. Risk appetite is gradually improving, but traders remain highly selective as money rotates between sectors. The market enters the next session with cautious optimism. Fear is still present, but improving sentiment and resilient economic data keep the bulls in the game. Expect volatility, but also expect traders to buy quality names on dips. Keep an eye on upcoming economic data and Federal Reserve commentary. Any surprise on inflation or interest rates could quickly shift market sentiment and drive the next major move.